Hello, and welcome to the next part of my Kaiserreich Japanese Empire game. So, and also known as, aka, the reading the game. Alright, the remilitarization of Oltenia. The Treaty of Bucharest of 1918 officially ended the Weltkrieg for Romania, but at a high cost. The nation was now dominated by German and Austrian industries. Oltenia was demilitarized, and the oil fields released to Germany up until the year of 2012. So, a while. The humiliation of the Romanians had to endure resulted in the nation developing into a national populist dictatorship led by the Conductor Corneliu Cordenu, who is a historical figure and a terrible person. Cordenu and his Iron Guard set out on a mission to restore Romania to what it should have been, a titan of the Balkans. The first major move conducted by the Conductor was the remilitarization of Oltenia, a strategic region in the Wallachia with lots of oil reserves and military industry. The Romanian military has already started a mass parade in Craiova, there's way too many vowels in there, Craiova, to celebrate this success. Uncertain times. Okay, it would be nice if we could, do a national focus at some point, just to get started. One day. Because we still don't have any available. It's a huge national focus tree, so it's going to take us a while to get through it, so I'd like to get started. Please don't tell me that this is glitched and it should be already. That'd be pretty awful. But it is a mod, so you have to be prepared for glitches. The first International Congress, representatives from numerous syndicalist and socialist nations have gathered in Paris today in what might be a defining moment in the history of the ideologies. The French Commune has invited numerous countries to the first official gathering of the members of the Third Internationale to discuss political, foreign matters and cooperate on spreading socialism further. The French opened the Internationale with a powerful parade, festivities in Paris, and finally a speech by the chairman of the CSP. Topics like Spain, the United States, and the world economic crisis are of top priority, and it's expected that France and Britain will take initiative in the gathering. An interesting development. I would say bad development, but that's just me. Being a soon-to-be fascist country. So let's see. It said that we can start this one in June, so it shouldn't be too long. And this one we can only do Jap Obey DOC. Okay. Interesting. Friction within the Japanese left. The shock of the assassination of Katayama Sen initially united the Shakai Tashuto in solidarity against the White Terror, but the unity did not last long. The party was originally structured as a coalition of various social democrat and syndicalist organizations, only united in the goal of socialization and the economic structure with the proletariat at its foundation. Further, before his death, Katayama had guided the party away from ideological clashes, but deprived of its leader, the party was forced to face the question of its precise ideological position, and infighting soon began. Throughout the spring of 1936, national syndicalists, called the Japan Labor Clique, adopted totalism and vigorously expanded its membership not only inside the party at expense of the moderate social democratic clique, but also outside the party, notably within the, that is a long one, Japan General Federation of Labor. Soon an open fight between the two groups broke out. The blank accused this Sodome of being run by the labor bureaucrat establishment, and in turn the Sodome and the Shaminke accused the Nikiroke of hijacking and turning labor organizations into their puppets. The Nikiroke's members were expelled from both the Sodome and the Tashuto earlier this month, and the group is now operating independently. An interesting development, but minus political power. Not exactly what we want, but oh well. And we're coming in on June, so I'm assuming that some big stuff is going to happen. Meanwhile, let's check. So we are building slowly, but surely. Ma Clique declared war on Mongolia. Okay. Our popularity is rising. Social conservatives, no, we don't want that to be stronger. Okay. The 1936 Trade Union Congress and the Union of Britain was made out to be decisive. Turned out made out to be decisive. Longtime chairman of the TUC, Philip Snowden, declared his resignation, causing the four major factions in the Union, Maximus, Autonomists, Federationists, and Congressionalists, to butt heads over the position. And as the dust settled, Welsh poet and leader of the Autonomists, Nicholas E. Glace, has been sworn in as the new chairman. The Autonomists support further decentralization of the Union of Britain and even further autonomy for the Welsh and Scots nations, perhaps even full independence. Interesting. So that means that Britain will be splitting up into Scotland, the Welsh and Wales. I can't believe I couldn't think of that. And England. And Ireland will probably remain independent. So that's interesting. Alright, let's get started. That might shape the war, as French Commune will have less support against the German Empire. And we are closing in on the great day when we can start national focuses. Okay, the May 15th incident. The Prime Minister has been assassinated. Ooh. Radical officers connected to the Kaiserreich movement, which is a socialist movement, syndicalist movement, broke into the official residence and shot Prime Minister Inukai. They claim they did it to avenge the death of Katayama Sen and the murder of workers in Niigata. The incident was greatly shocked the nation, and the Admiralty Board, mortified by the incident, has already begun a court-martial and a deep investigation into the radicalist activities within the Navy. Appoint Suzuki Kasiburo to replace Inukai. So political power minus 100. Removed all head of government ideas from Japan. Gains this guy, which grants head of government social conservatives happy amateur. Consumer goods factories plus 5%. Dang it. And daily political power gain plus 0.05. So that's good. Alright. Basic machine tools. Okay, let's get started on more industry tech. We want that going as fast as possible. We are constructing, but it's greatly slowed down by the fact that we're having to trade for some materials. But that'll speed up in time. Okay, let's see. You should be part of this front. And let's actually have you guys deploy in... Nope, we can't deploy there. So I guess you can only deploy in mainland Japan. So I guess you're fine where you are. Okay, never mind. Alright, and we're going into April. No, June, sorry. Fine, terrible with months. I don't know why. Should be easy. Anyway, the Ishinha Restoration faction is a political ideology promoted by radical junior officers characterized by its anti-capitalism, anti-oligarchism, and anti-parliamentarism. Usually coming from underprivileged and/or humble backgrounds, many of these officers have experienced poverty from childhood and observed what they consider the evil influence of favoritism, leading them to believe that the establishment has hijacked power from the emperor and is leading the nation into the abyss. The restorationists' solution was to sweep out the ruling establishment and restore all power back to the emperor, and from there a complete national reform was to be initiated. Against them were the Shuha, the central faction, who were close in the central military leadership, who supported cooperation with the establishment and the militarization of politics. Will this ever end? Man, there's a lot of divisions within Japan. I guess they needed to balance it somehow by having all these bad events at the beginning. Alright, now we can finally start on the National Security Act. Gets the event, the National Security Act. A debate in the Diet regarding the National Security Act has been raging for the past few weeks, and it's time for us to decide which course our nation will take. Some conservative members of the Diet fear that if the act isn't passed, the radical elements in society will try to seize power. The future of Japan is in our hands. Alright. And we have more men to put on here. Oh, and this should be you, Mr. Cruiser. Light Cruiser. Should be part of you. Okay, let's get you to go here. To Hiroshima. Popularity is rising. No, we don't want the social conservatives. Okay, let's join these two fleets. And this is Japan Fleet 2, so let's have you go on patrol of Sea of Japan, East China Sea, and Yellow Sea. And then immediately switch out production, you to Japan Fleet 2. Where's Japan Fleet 1? Japan Fleet 1. Oh man, home islands. Dang it. Where are you? You're a carrier. Okay. Let's get you to go to here and keep you here for now. Okay, there we go. Join you up, and then now you can go and patrol. Patrol. There, and Yellow Sea. Alright. I'm not a big fan of the Navy and aircraft management portion of this game. I like the Army management, but maybe it's just what I'm good at. I don't know. Or slash feel good at. The legation cities. Construction. Right. Let's see. So we're in July. We're already getting that. Let's get weapons and equipment. The Type 3 heavy machine gun and Type 11 mortar. Right. So how is our building doing? If we were filled up, I'd want to start getting more. But no. No, we do not want to spend political power right now. It's too precious. And we don't even want the social conservatives. Alright, and we're almost there. Lots of troops. Oh, and okay. Okay, the ongoing factional rivalry between the ranks of the IJA and the has found a new front. The military strategic debate between the two rising stars, Major General Nagata Tetsuzan of the Centralist faction and Major General Obata Toshishiro of the Restorationist faction. And this is Obata, okay. General Obata believes the Japanese economy is inadequate to sustain any kind of total warfare, and due to the volatile international tensions, war would come to Japan before the country could ever achieve such a capability through internal development. Accordingly, he came to the conclusion that in future wars, the IJA must seek the quick destruction of hostile forces by waging war through short, rapid, and decisive operations to avoid a long war. Since any long-term war strategy is futile to him, Obata places high priorities on operational planning and field initiative. General Nagata's analysis is nearly identical, but he has come to a different conclusion, and argues that the building up of total war-capable army should be the top objective. He calls for expanding our mobilization capability, modernizing equipment, and centralizing the command structure. That's tough. So quick, decisive actions would be Obata, because total war would be futile, or Nagata, who wants to build up. I think we're going to support Nagata. Yeah. See what happens. Okay, the National Security Act. Done. The notorious Peace Preservation Act was introduced in early 1924 by the Tanaka regime amidst the Red Scare following the Kanto anarchist uprising in September 1923, and a syndicalist assassination attempt on the then Crown Prince Hirohito in December of the same year. The act drastically limited civil rights and symbolized the draconian rule of the General Tanaka. It was repealed when the regime was brought down by the constitutional restoration of 1926, but Prime Minister Suzuki Kisaburo, who wants to introduce the act, albeit heavily moderated, and renamed the National Security Act. He has met strong opposition even within his own cabinet, and public opinion has dropped to a new low. But Suzuki believes its reintroduction is a necessary step to counter the rising tide of syndicalism, and he is not alone in this opinion. A cross-party parliamentary group led by Nakajima Kuhi of Hei of the Riken Siyukai and Adachi Kenzo of the Minsito have declared the act as the last bulwark of the constitutional government and support its passage. The House of Peers and the Privy Council are also in favor of the act. Okay. So let's see. Which one is the longest day? Requires the National Security Act. The act is forced through. Okay. Political power minus 80. Daily political power gain plus 0.15. And ideology drift defense. Or public opinion in the opposition defeat the act. No. The act is forced through. Okay. Oh, and we should get a national focus. I wonder where I've seen this before. So we cannot do this yet. It needs to be December. It needs to be December, okay. We can do... Okay, so we can't do superior firepower. Dang it. That was not what I wanted. Well, this is just a bunch of research for artillery. Superior firepower doctrine. The rising sun. So let's see. Total war readiness. Okay, so this is what that decision made. So I should have done the other one. But anyway. Mass assault doctrine. Recruitable population plus 2.5. And infantry technology. Or grand battle plan. And then grand battle plan. So let's do this one. Let's do the human tsunami, but then still go with the artillery research. Research artillery, but not get the focuses for it. Right. So unfortunately, we're going to have some useless military research, but that's okay. I don't see the... Okay, let's go to... So it's 1936 now. August. Could do excavation. Already getting that. Let's get 1936 inter-war artillery. And we've got more troops to go to Qing. Okay, Taco officers accused of torture. The Taco, or Special Higher Police, is a police force specialized in social and thought crimes. Okay, a little bit 1984-esque. The Taco is also notorious for its abusive and brutal methods of interrogation, sometimes even resulting in death. When the National Security Act was passed, the Taco rapidly expanded its size and operation, and their regard for safety of accused criminals declined even further. Today, a major newspaper has reported that a man died while in custody and is accused of the Taco of torturing the victim to death. Oh no. Also, let's put out a standard disclaimer that any choices that I make in game are not representative of my true beliefs in real life. So let's stall any of that. Hopefully. So like, for instance, if I choose like, yes, pro-torture, I do not necessarily believe that in real life. Let's not make things political. Alright. Okay, let's put you there. And let's see how we're going pretty well. Okay. So we're not backed up on equipment, so that's fine as it is. What's actually taking a while? The artillery is actually having enough. But we're going to need more artillery later, so let's just keep it up. Okay, superior firepower. Delay. Keep those doctrines up. Okay, the trial of the May 15th incident. The court-martial of the 11 murders of Prime Minister Inukai began on July 24th. Before the end of the trial, a petition arrived at court containing over 350,000 signatures in blood from sympathizers around the country pleading for a lenient sentence. In addition to the petition, the court also received a request from 11 youths in Niigata asking that they be executed in place of the Navy officers and sending 11 severed fingers to the court as a gesture of their sincerity. The whole trial was unpopular enough to convince the court to accelerate the process, and although the death sentences were issued just yesterday, the assassins were executed at dawn today. The country is going crazy. Alright. A lot of bad events in Japan. But you tend to see that. You get bad events if you're a powerful nation, usually. in this mod. Alright, total war readiness is done. Let's see, can we do any of this? No. Can we do any of this? No. Okay, let's do human to tsunami. Get some population recruitment. Assign divisions. Let's go. Gotta go to there. Human tsunami. I really like the symbol that they put for this. You know, the men kind of turning into a tidal wave. It's pretty cool. Okay, Huey Long elected as president of the USA. What? What? The paternal autocrats won? That is crazy. Okay, that's not what usually happens. Huey Long. Despite the massive instability rampant in the nation ever since the Great Depression in 1929, the presidential elections went forward, and the voting results are clear. Huey Long is the America First Union Party, is the 32nd president of the United States. Huey Long is famous for his successful governorship of Louisiana, but he has received a lot of criticism for his populist policies and the usage of the Minutemen and paramilitaries to combat political rivals. The combined syndicalists of America contest the election results too, calling them rigged. This reminds you of something? Oh, I didn't see what they said there. But basically, there's a three-way, well, 4 or 5-way civil war, where Mexico grabs Texas, the Pacific states break off and declare war, and then usually take a bigger chunk. The combined syndicalists, who are the Rust Belt area, declare war on the United States, and the America Union First Party, which is the South, declares war on the United States. So there's like this giant war, and then the Kingdom of Canada comes in and starts claiming stuff, and it's just a whole mess. Oh, and then also the New England breaks off. So anyway, so that's what usually happens, but looks like it's not going to happen in this game, so that's interesting. We'll see if the Pacific states break off. We do want to conquer them at some point for their oil. Downfall and stability, not good. Okay, the unthinkable has happened again. The Prime Minister Suzuki and his brother-in-law Hatayama Ichiro were attending a political rally in Kawago today when Hatoyama stood up to deliver a speech. A syndicalist terrorist from the Saitama Youth Volunteer Corps for the National Salvation shot Suzuki and Hatayama in retaliation for the execution of Prime Minister Inukai's assassins. Suzuki's wound has proven fatal. Okay. Gomefiku wo Inorimasu. Sure. Gonna pretend like that was okay. Kind of makes you want to learn Japanese. Alright. It's 1936, so we have all the units that we want, but we do want the Type 94 just for the field artillery, field hospitals. But then we need to make some of them, so let's actually not do that. Instead, let's go, so we got the artillery. Let's get the Hago, so that we're not producing these old tanks. And then it is almost 1937, so we can get started on construction too. Alright. Human tsunami. And we're almost in December. The election of Mizuno Rentaro. The downfall of Suzuki stunned the Riken Seiukai, and an emergency convention was called. The bureaucratic Tokonami faction, named after Tokonami Takajiro, for a while, 1867 to 1935, chairman of the pro-Tanaka Seiyu Hanto, during the Tanaka dictatorship and its aftermath, has been crippled by the loss of their leader, leaving a reactionary Nakajima faction to take control of the party. From his new post as director of general affairs, Nakajima enjoys decision-making power over the entire party, but has stopped short of crowning himself chairman and instead elected current prime minister and Tokonami-aligned Mizuno Rentaro instead. Finally, some stability in politics. So some political power, that's nice. Remove all security minister ideas from Japan, gains That guy, which grants security minister, social conservatives. Okay, all good stuff. And this guy, which is another happy amateur who gives us some political power, but communities, consumer goods factories. Okay, so that's acceptable for now. We will be changing them out for military dictatorship, but that is in the future. We want to go with the, I think the national populists are probably what we want to go with, or the authoritarian Democrats. Anyway, we'll see later on. We don't need this. Japan's longest winter. The Japanese government has found itself effectively paralyzed. The downfall of two successive Sukai prime ministers has severely weakened the power of the new prime minister, and Hiranuma's open scheme to destroy the parliamentary system has only worsened the political turmoil. Extremist groups are growing by the day, and the military is getting more and more frustrated. Several high-ranking officers within the army have hatched a plot to overthrow the civilian administration and rescue the empire. The plotters have approached Army Minister Hayashi Senjuro for his support. The future of Japan lies in his choice. You can now choose which path Japan will take. Okay. Human tsunami. And now we will go for the longest day. Gets event Japan's longest day for the empire and gets national spirit for the empire. Japan's daily political power plus 0.5, which is obscenely strong, and national unity plus 10%, also strong. Alright. General Hayashi Senjuro has agreed to support the scheming army officers in their coup attempt. With support from the army minister, it seems as if their attempt will be successful. Yes. So we're gonna have the army take over. Okay. Government of National Unity. Nakajima Chikuhai and the Riken Shiukai and Adaki Kenso, oh my gosh, from the Mencito, both supporters of the National Security Act, have issued a joint statement urging both the mainstream parties to form a multi-party government of national unity to protect the Kokutai national policy from the syndicalist threat. We need a strong government. Political power plus 100%, plus 100. Politics will change. Showakai becomes the change in popularity of authoritarian Democrats plus 50%. Dang. Public elections will not be held. Hirohito becomes the leader for the authoritarian Democratic Party. Moves all ahead of government ideas from Japan. This guy, who's national unity plus 5%. Daily political power minus 0.05. Move all foreign minister. Okay. Focus on aviation. And resource gain efficiency, but recruitable population factor goes down. Well, we don't need your nonsense. Yes, we need a strong government. Sure. Let's get that political power. So now we have some different guys. We do want to get rid of this guy. Authoritarian Democrat, authoritarian Democrat. Now we are very authoritarian. Okay, let's get started again. Interwar artillery. Very nice. And we're in 37, so we cannot get that. Okay, doing that. Let's get some naval doctrine. Battle cruisers, 1940. Okay, so that's gonna be a while. Let's get. So it looks like we already have base strike doctrine. So let's get destroyer subdetection, submarine operations. Let's get carrier organization. The longest day. What did I read this? It seems that the attempt will be successful. Yes. Okay. Alright. Increase in stability. Nice. The longest day. Ooh, and we should be adding this. Okay, we're up to 5 at a time. Alright. Japan's longest day. After 10 years of political disgrace, the army has taken power again, this time by a coup d'etat. Ultra-conservative politician Baron Hironuma Kiichiro is now prime minister, and the state of martial law has been enacted across all of the greater Japanese empire. Banzai. Okay, change in popularity of paternal autocrats. 50%. Okay, so the paternal autocrats have grown. Okay. So now it's the paternal autocrats who have the most. The Korean problem. Classic Japanese people. And empire. Let's not call all Japanese people like this, but, you know, classic empire of Japan in the 1930s. The Korean government in exile has announced a campaign to free their country is in motion, and they're calling for support. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. Gets event rise of Korean nationalism in Transamur. And if I remember correctly, southern Japan rises up. The rise of Korean nationalism. The Korean independence movement is spreading in Transamur using the large... what's the state called? Just South Korea. North Korea. Okay. Using the large existing Korean minority that could pose a future problem if it is not contained. Push Kolchak for a crackdown. Okay, Transamur. Where is this place? What? Oh, it's this place. Okay. Transamur. So that's what's... So they're raising Korean support in here. Push them for a crackdown, or let it be, they can't push us out. Yeah, let's push them for a crackdown. We don't want to deal with the Koreans. Plus, we can just improve relations with you if we need to. And their opinion of us is huge. Alright, start time again. Japanese troops crack down on Koreans. In a show of force, Japan has deployed their forces throughout Transamur in order to begin the crackdown, and it appears that Japan does not respect our rights as a nation. They betrayed our trust, gains Korean issue. Opinion of Transamur -25. Gets events Transamur breaks away. No. There is nothing we can do. Gains Korean issue. Opinion of Japanese. Okay, so let's... yeah, let's not have Transamur break away, because they have tons of troops and a big navy. So that's gonna hurt. But we are getting 2.25 political power a day, right? The power struggle. Oh, and actually, before we read this, we have to call this an episode here. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel. Do whatever you want to do, though. Yeah, thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time, and bye.